Joe Biden has made another cabinet selection. It's a very important one because it is the Secretary of Health and Human Services who will be coming in during a global 100-year pandemic. And it turns out that Joe Biden has selected someone who has long supported Medicare for All. This is very interesting. It's a big deal. And it is Xavier Becerra, who has been chosen to lead Joe Biden's Department of Health and Human Services. Now, back in 2017, when he was also California Attorney General, as he still is, Becerra said he would, quote, absolutely support a Medicare for All plan. Becerra will be leaving his post as California Attorney General. He will be a huge part of fighting the coronavirus pandemic. He will be a very welcome replacement to the clownish Trump Secretary of HHS, Alex Azar, who is just a wild Trump brown noser. Now, from the standpoint of identity, there is another first. Xavier Becerra would be the first Latino to run HHS. We're expecting more health-related announcements from Joe Biden very, very soon. We found out about some of them. I mentioned already Secretary of HHS will be Xavier Becerra. At the CDC, it will be Rochelle Walensky, the Mass General Hospital Chief of Infectious Disease here in Boston. Surgeon General will be Dr. Vivek Murthy, who was also Barack Obama's Surgeon General. So these are solid choices, qualified people. Now, I admit, what does not make sense to me about choosing Xavier Becerra for Secretary of HHS is that he does lack experience in the area of health and medicine. He's a lawyer. Now, there's a counterpoint to that. Now, it's great that Xavier Becerra has supported Medicare for All. I see a lot of Bernie people who like the choice for that reason, but he does lack experience in the field of medicine. On the other hand, he has been front and center as a lawyer fighting for Obamacare. And as I imagine we will see as soon as Joe Biden is sworn in, Republicans go right back to let's get rid of Obamacare. Let's get rid of Obamacare, even though we have no replacement. In that sense, Becerra is a good choice. But remember that, Biden doesn't support Medicare for All anyway, but he does want to expand the Affordable Care Act to include a public option. And Becerra has experience defending the ACA in legal settings. And the other important aspect of this is that the truth is that Secretary of HHS, you're not really making medical decisions. You're really an executive managing the apparatus of health and human services. And in that sense, there's no way to argue that Becerra is unqualified. Now, hilariously, there are some Republicans who have immediately said Becerra's a radical. He's a radical. We can't have him running HHS. And of course, those guidelines for what counts as radical at this point have been completely cartoonified by the right. This also, by the way, takes Xavier Becerra off the list to be the replacement for Kamala Harris, whose Senate seat will be vacated when she becomes vice president. And that's another story which we'll be covering. And lastly, there is a good chance that Becerra will have a tough confirmation fight in the Senate. I think he will be confirmed because ultimately he's completely qualified. But I think it has the potential to get quite ugly. Let me know what you think about this selection. I'm on Twitter @DPakman. I'd love to hear from you. I want to let you know that our sponsor, Becerra Watches, is having a massive holiday sale on all of their products right now, and you can take advantage of it by going to davidpakman.com/watch. A brand new high quality wristwatch really is the perfect way to add something fresh to your style, whether it's for you or a gift for someone else. Becerra is a brand that has a serious dedication to the craft of watchmaking, which is really evident when you look closely at their watches. I wear Becerra watches myself. Lately, I've been wearing one from their Icon Automatic collection. It's the mesh matte black watch, and I love the sleek minimalist design. Their watches are actually sold at a fair price. Their mission has always been to make a wristwatch from high-end materials, but one that everyday people can afford. And that's why they have over 25,000 five-star reviews, because you won't find a better made watch for this great of a price anywhere else. You can get big holiday discounts on all of their products right now and free shipping when you go to davidpakman.com/watch. I've put the link right underneath this video.